Cisco entered the consumer market about 6 years ago with the purchase of Linksys, and subsequently followed with an acquisition of Scientific Atlanta, and we've made numerous other acquisitions as well as developing products internally since then. The reason we got into the consumer market is because we see it as a really good opportunity for growth for Cisco. What's happening in the market these days is a lot of innovation happens at the consumer level and moves up into enterprises. Examples might be laptops and smartphones, for example. Even wireless access points, something that started with consumers and moved into enterprises. So it's very good for us to be in the consumer market, not just because it's a big market and we could grow there, but it's a source of innovation as well. The kind of consumer products that Cisco makes would include our Linksys family of wireless routers, which have the #1 market share in the United States. We also make a very large share of the set-top boxes that you get. So if you're a cable TV subscriber or you get service from a telephone company at home, the box that gives you that, and residential gateways, the kind of modem that hooks up to the end of that network frequently comes from Cisco. And just recently we acquired Pure Digital Technologies, which makes the Flip Mino camera. The reason Cisco is more in this consumer space is that what consumers really want is an experience. And a lot of the gear that we sold previously went towards very nitty-gritty applications, moving files around in the back offices of companies. As our business has grown, and really as the market has grown, which is what's caused our business to grow, we're talking more about service providers, and a lot of what they offer services to consumers. I mean, we all have mobile phones, we all have smartphones. We're looking at high-definition video over a service provider network. That stuff's all running on Cisco gear. And what happens is even those customers, and we're talking now about enterprises also, all have websites, they do direct marketing, whether it's business to business or business to consumer. They're not buying the latest gear unless they can understand what does that do for the customer. In a service provider example, service providers say, well, why would I want to buy your great big new switch or router or whatever it is unless I understand how that creates a service that is going to get me more revenue because my customers who are consumers want to pay for it, or it keeps consumers loyal to my network because they don't want to churn off and go to somebody else's network. But it all comes down in most cases to something that benefits the consumer. So if you want to make that work, you got to make it work end to end. And to make it work end to end, it helps to get the one end is at the consumer end. The other end is still in the back wiring closet where we'd always been. But making that end to end connection enables you to deliver a better experience, and that's what consumers want. The age of siloed consumer devices that don't connect to anything, that's dead.